So this is continuing on with question 2 of the skills test. We need to factorise this because this was the instruction to factorise. And here we've got a number in front of our x squared which isn't 1. So what we have to do is we have to find two numbers that multiply together to give us negative 10. And I list my numbers downwards. So I'm thinking negative 5 and 2. We'll try that. And we have to find a pair of numbers that multiply together to give 6. So I'm thinking maybe 3 and 2. Now I'm going to cross multiply them. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. 6 plus negative 10, 6 minus 10 doesn't work. I'm thinking perhaps to swap around the order. So I'm going to go 3 and 2. And I'm going to go 2 and negative 5. Let's have a look at how that works. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. 2 times 2 is 4, so it's plus 4. Negative 15 plus 4 does in fact give us what we want, which was our middle term, negative 11. So what I do with that now is I use this combination that's worked and I write it across. So I go 3x plus 2. So I'm reading it acrossways, and 2x minus 5. 2x minus 5. For the next one, I can see that I've got an x squared and an a squared, and I've got a plus 2ax. So I've got square numbers is my first term, an x squared, and I've got a square number at my end, is what we call the constant. So I'm thinking that to make this work, it'll have to be what we call a perfect square, x plus a times x plus a, or x plus a all squared. You can tell if you've got a perfect square when the x squared, when the number in front of x squared and the x squared itself is a square, and the term at the end is a square. For this last one, I need to factorise it, and all I can think to do is to look for common factors to take out. And I can see I've got an a squared, so I'm just going to experiment with taking that out. A squared times x to get a squared x plus z. And then I'm also looking at the by. I've got a by in the second term and the fourth term, so I'm going to just take that out, and then when I take out by, to get bxy, I'm going to need an x, and to get byz, I'm going to need a z. Now when you look closely at that, I've got a common factor in my x plus z. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write x plus z, and to get x plus z times a squared, I have to have an a squared. And to get x plus z times by, I'm going to have a by.